Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi, I'm Dakami-sama, and I play Solas ab Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hey, I'm Zakad. Sorry, I had myself muted. I am currently playing as Denton Scarhand, which is why I've got a new profile picture. He's from Realm Space, is a traveling charlatan from Samarak. I struggled with that one. Instead of a title, he's got a company motto. So it's "With wisdom we profit." Because Lafdul really needs some wisdom.
Does
Because
he
he's not
change
made any
his,
profit.
Does he
Where can
change
we
his
buy
company
that?
motto?
Where
Does he
can we
change his
buy that?
company motto every week?
Well, no, he's not. He's not going to. I don't know about that.
Okay. You know, Ockar disguised himself as Denton Scarhand the other day. Does this mean we're all going to have to take that picture and put
It's
it on
a random image off Google.
Yeah, we're going to have to rotate that picture around whoever puts that hat on.
Wait, that means that I'm dead in Scarhand right now, so shouldn't I have the picture?
I can send it to you. Give me a minute.
I thought you, gave the hat back by now.
Yeah, but
did
he
I?
plans on going
Oh.
out and invest. Well, I don't know if it'll be today.
Oh, I thought. Okay, never mind. I forgot what happened last session.
Just to be safe side, everyone switched their pick to Denton Scarhand. Even old.
I'm Denton Scarhand, and so's my wife.
I'm Spartacus.
This got complicated real fast.
Apparently so. So we left off last week. The party was still on New Atari. There was some talk about sending Ockar to do a little bit of invisible flying scouting.
Which I'm
And
willing to do.
there was also talk about checking the cargo at Charlot's.
Yeah, seeing if we can pick up on it. Where it might have come from.
Did Lever finish getting all the intel on history?
I think so.
Yeah, I think she's gotten everything that she's going to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
One
I'm
of
so
the reasons why she wants to go to Kryn.
Yeah, we don't need this red Njord guy. Let's just go to Kryn.
Yes, let's.
No.
I mean, they have a huge library in there.
Yeah, but you don't have a library card.
And wouldn't our wizards get in trouble if we went to Kren?
No. Why
Maybe.
would they?
Why?
Sure, they'll be fine.
Like, don't they have that weird thing where, like, you have to be part of whatever organization they have or whatever?
Tower's a sorcery or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise, you get hunted as an apostate.
I think they'd have to go and find out. I think that's what would have to happen.
No, wait, we had that guide. We had that guide of information. What did that tell us?
It said there's was a war there recently, and you're best off not going there. Well, on one side of the planet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mention anything about like anything like that.
News is a little hard to come by because there has been a war recently.
Okay.
Just
they're
a
going to be
little
too
tiny
busy.
continent-wide war.
Yeah, and before there was a war, the people there were quite poor and hostile.
Is Belch on the side where there was a war?
No, it is not. It is an island on the northern continent.
No problem then. Let's go there.
Oh, well, now we remember. You had your personal quest. I forgot about that.
Well, I think we should get Ockar to do his invisible flyby first, if
I'll do that.
Is this the next
it's safe.
day?
It
Is
is
this
not the
what-
next day yet, but
Because me and Finnel'ar did something recently, didn't we? And we just come back. Or was this
Just in the
post that?
it's post
it's-
that. But again, there was discussion on what to do next. I don't know if Leva has the spells to do what you guys were talking about, which would mean you need to wait for another day.
We
Yeah,
just
that's-
started a new day because
You-
the
we
first
did?
thing we did the next morning was Leva and the others went to the can I say it? The dragonfly.
Yeah, Leva agreed the meeting for the next day.
Hmm.
Right,
Not on
right,
the
right,
day
right,
we
right.
arrived.
So it's
Yeah,
morning
so it
still.
might be. Yeah, must be next day then.
I'm getting
Yeah,
bad
that's
at
true.
taking notes. I need to take better notes myself.
Hey, join the club. I give you a membership for free.
Sweet. Do I get a membership
Club
card?
of bad note takers.
Do I get a
After-
membership card?
Yeah, Lafdul will write something up.
All right, better be fancy. Gold
I'd like to
lettering.
see-
He'll
Nice
forget
card
it because
stock.
he makes he doesn't take good notes for himself.
So I give it to them, but I pickpocketed them from them afterwards.
That's okay. I have traps set up. All right, so Leva, you do have your an invisibility and fly spell available.
Just a second, I have to check. Yes,
Okay.
and the fly I have to check. Yes, one each.
Okay. And I
And
knew I'd
oh,
forgotten
and
something
the strength
else.
and the cat's grace.
Dibs on cactus.
I think you already cast Strength and Cat's Grace, so if it's a new
Wasn't that
day,
yesterday?
if it's a new day, you would have cast those. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yes, I did, but I didn't. Did I? Cat's grace. In that case, I put down strength as having been cast. Cat's grace as well. So yeah, I guess Lafdul has the cat's grace then.
And I think Finn got the Strength.
Wasn't that yesterday? But yes, could be again.
Yeah, I have it marked down on my sheet that I have it. So
Okay.
Okay, so going for invisibility and fly on Ockar.
I will lend him my hat if he wants to be not Ockar.
Yeah, I'll make a new disguise.
You
I'll
can't.
go ahead.
Lafdul's like pitching it to Ockar. It's like, come on, what's his name? Where's he from? What's he do? Because if you get interrogated, you get caught.
I mean, as long as
You
you
need a
don't take,
backstory.
as long as you don't take a hostile action, the invisibility will maintain.
Yeah,
you get
but they got a wizard. Something is
captured.
going on. Who knows?
Okay, I'm gonna go with a half orc,
Oh, yeah.
Grumnak.
A flying half orc.
Indeed.
If I could spot it, it'd be the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen.
Well, not so
Flying
weird,
in
because
is
considering
going
there's hobgoblins and stuff around, there's probably a half orc or two.
Do half orcs get wizard levels?
Hang on,
Oh,
is the other lot we saw half orcs?
We've seen hobgoblins and goblins.
I
know
don't think
about-
the hat this guy's gonna let me pull off a minotaur.
No.
I think it
One of-
can.
If
One
you're
of
gonna,
the
You'd be a
one of-
short minotaur.
you asked about half orcs. One of the crew members in one of the officers in the which
In
company was the
Octane Arcave.
yeah.
The Octane Arcave had a half orc who
Yeah,
I think
they
was
had-
like the muscle or maybe the captain.
She was a muscle.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
muscle.
So wasn't
not
she a gladiator?
Yeah,
Because you recognise the armor.
yeah. But yeah, I'll go half orc. That sounds fun.
Okay.
It's almost like you like this hat of disguise now.
I'm not keeping it because then I have to give up something, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you want to look like someone who might be in the crew of the other ship.
Well, what kind of people are on that ship? I don't think I've seen them.
Do some reconnaissance and change your appearance while invisible. You can't see yourself, but you have a vague idea that you might look like something like them.
I mean, I can
But-
try, but
Well,
I have this mental image of me coming out of invisibility, and I look nothing like I expected.
No,
The-
half looks good, in all honesty.
Yeah.
The middle ship is between us and them. So you would be able to see their ship from our ship.
I think I'll just go half orc and see how it goes.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna be invisible, so.
But what if they got? Yeah,
I mean, there's many what ifs.
yeah, I suppose.
I was mostly thinking if they saw you, they'd think you was a crewman from the middle ship. But yeah, okay.
Again, if he's
still
invisible,
could be.
it's a moot point.
Yeah, it's basically unless you happen to have some kind of scrying ability to detect invisibility, you're not going to know they're there because they're not making any noise either. Well, actually, you're going clanky armor, aren't you?
He doesn't have to wear the clanky armor.
Not your armor's
I'm-
going to make noise even while you're flying
I'm
because
gonna-
you're moving about.
I'm gonna be leaving the armor back on the ship.
Okay. Alright, so Leva is casting invisibility and fly.
Here, I
Any
get myself.
goodbye words for Beowulf in case you're missed forever?
Give Lafdul a big bite on the leg if I don't come back in a day.
Okay, so
Not a fatal one.
Leva, you cast fly and then invisibility upon Ockar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
Ockar, you can now fly, and you are invisible to everyone else, including yourself. Remember.
Yeah, I know.
Makes it easy to know that you're invisible.
Yeah. Imagine if you weren't invisible to yourself like in other editions.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I take it that Beowulf still knows exactly where Ockar is standing.
He can smell me.
Mm-hmm. Can he?
He can smell him. That doesn't necessarily mean that he knows exactly where he's standing.
Until his scent
Yeah.
disappears
Okay.
or lingers off in the air.
Could something like spectral force make his smell disappear?
I don't. I think you could cover it up with something else,
To confuse it.
but you couldn't
Have
make
some
it
perfume.
disappear. You can't do you can't do an illusion with that of nothingness.
Okay.
You can do an illusion of something that hides something else, but you can't do an illusion of nothingness.
What's a spell that you would usually like smell on a ship?
Are you saying that out loud,
However,
Leva?
however, if you can't see Ockar, you can't keep the scent following him.
True.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does it track?
And
How do I make myself smell like scurvy?
I don't think
How
scurvy
do
has
you
a
even
smell.
compute?
I don't think that. I also don't think that you can really use spectral force to just create smells.
Okay.
Maybe like flies or something going around someone, as if they got
Um,
really bad body odor.
That could be interesting. You know, make it smell like you were new, like all sorts of interesting things.
Yeah, I'll go and check out this. I'll go and check out this ship.
Okay. Taking any other precautions before you go?
Tell him to I can only suggest that obviously keep your distance from them. Obviously, go up to the glass, but don't touch the glass because when you touch the glass, you make noise.
All right, I'll
Well,
take I'll take my sword and my shield with me just in case something happens.
You won't survive a fight.
This is for a fighting retreat.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
I was going to offer to lend you my helmet in case you need to go under the
I'll-
water. You're wearing
You
a
can fly out the water.
hat.
And I'll also take my signal whistle so I can blow on it really, really hard if I end up getting surrounded or captured.
Okay.
Okay.
You almost said get
It's
get
almost like
killed.
preparing to.
Well, if it also looks like I'm about to die, I'll probably also blow on it too.
All right. So, Ockar, you launch yourself off from your vessel. There is the galleon in the way, in between you and your target. How are you going to fly around that? Are you going to go up and over? Or are you going to go like around it along the, above the water line? What's your plan there?
I'm going to go around it above the waterline.
Okay. About how far off the water?
At least a foot or two.
Okay. All right, just a second. Okay, so you fly around the rear of the.
Also,
let's see.
am I leaving any war drifts below me?
I'm sorry.
Is there any war drift below me?
Nothing significant if you're a foot or two above the water.
Okay. Continue.
All right. So you fly around the heart of Sargonus and approach the bow of the eel ship Sormer. You can see the two forward dome-shaped windows on the vessel, and there's definitely a lot of activity up on the open top deck. They're definitely on watch.
Okay. Okay. And there are windows?
Yeah, dome-shaped windows near the front of the vessel.
Okay, so first I'm gonna fly over to those dome-shaped windows and see what I can see inside.
Okay. Inside, you see two figures talking fairly animatedly. And go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Come on, get below 11. Okay,
Okay.
that's below 11.
All right. You definitely don't recognize either of them. One of them is a white-bearded human in a black and purple robe. He's got the hood pulled up, so you can't really see his face all that well. It's fairly shadowed, but his long white beard does, flow out of it, and he's holding a staff. And he is speaking to a dwarf. You do not recognize this dwarf either. He is very well dressed, definitely likes his expensive clothing. The cut isn't familiar to you, but you can, the quality is pretty obvious. He's got dark gray hair, almost stone-colored. His skin is a shade of light brown, and you can see that he has violet eyes. And
Okay.
they're having a pretty animated discussion.
I'm gonna put my ear against the window to see if I can catch any of it.
Okay.
Do I have to roll something?
Nope. I was checking something. Give me just a second. Yeah, actually, go ahead and give me a dexterity check. Let's do it that way.
Okay. So, At least my dexterity's kind of decent. He's saying just to double check it.
You won't have your armor for if it's... Oh, it's just straight dex.
Yeah, that's below 15.
Okay. All right. So you put your ear up against the window, and you can make out not all of the words, but what you can make out, you can kind of put together a gist of the conversation. The dwarf is saying that they haven't finished selling all of their goods, as far as you can tell, and the bearded human is saying that he thinks that you guys should leave, or that they should leave. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just then, the door at the back of this chamber, which is clearly the bridge, the Helm Room, because you can see a chair, very well carved chair with like leaf motifs and stuff like that. The door opens, and give me another intelligence check.
That's a pass.
Okay. You see another human enter. He is wearing armor, and he's not wearing a helmet, but he's carrying it. And let's see, what is his description? So he's brown-haired, and he's got a beard. Not it's well groomed, but a pretty good length. Maybe about 2 inches long. But it's definitely well groomed. Someone definitely cares for his appearance and stuff like that. And you do recognize him. This is one of Red Njord's friends, Hrolgang.
Hrolgang. Was he the one that stole the sword?
Yes, he is. And you do recognize that sword on his belt, and his armor as well. He stole his the armor that he's wearing, bandit armor, from his father.
Okay, I'm gonna keep listening in some more.
All right, it seems to be just a general debate. Hrolgang doesn't seem to have a position one way or the other on leaving, but they're definitely feeling that something is up. Like there was something suspicious that happened recently.
Okay. I'm going to fly around near the top, mainly just looking at the people keeping watch to see if I recognize any of them.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check. You don't recognize any of them.
Okay, I'm flying back to our ship.
Okay.
Same way I did before.
Alrighty.
And when I land, I'm going to head straight for Braxon. And say, Braxon, one of Red Njord's men is here.
Right. As well as the Minotaur.
Yes, one of his lieutenants, Hrolgang.
Interesting. I don't suppose we could take them on in port. Would we want to take them on in space to whittle down their crew a bit?
Possibly. What were the numbers like?
You saw probably 8 or 10 humans and minotaurs on the top deck.
Yeah, they're like, is that total or each?
That's total. That's total. There were more humans than minotaurs.
There were at least 8 or 10 crew members on deck, and you had Hrolgang, this dwarf who looked like a merchant, and their wizard having a conversation in the Helm Room.
Right.
They're suspicious of something going on, and they're already planning on leaving.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we were hoping to follow them back to the other base.
Well, didn't we steal
Anyway.
something from their ship?
Yeah, we need to steal something from their ship.
Oh, wait, we haven't done that yet.
No, you did. You
we
did.
have a small statuette.
That's true. Yeah, sorry. That's
Yeah, I
what
thought we had stolen the statuette.
That's what I was suspicious of.
Yeah,
Borrowed.
yeah.
We're stealing it for good.
I'm almost half tempted to go there and try to confront him now, but that might be stupid.
Yeah, we're in a town where a fight could break out, and although I think a lot of people here are guilty of selling stolen goods and stuff, they're not all guilty, and we don't want to take on the whole town. We'd take
Then
2 ships instead of 1.
I say we let them leave, we follow them out into space and take them on. And in the meantime, we send a sending to our associates back on what was it? Something R. What was the place we went to where we met with the Octane Arcade and the Star Knights?
Reorcs.
Yeah, and send a message back to Reorcs using Levis spell that we've located one of the main crew members and that we're after
Yeah.
them.
I think we want to talk with the whole group about whether we're going to take them on. But if we were going to send a message, it might also be good for us to send a message, or if Lever can, to send a message to our ship and get them to come and meet us in orbit. So we'd have
Yeah.
our whole ship rather than just...
Yeah. Leva, we need to ask Leva how many sendings she has prepared today.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
Are
go
you
talk to
asking?
him.
Well,
Are
let's
you
let's
asking me, or
We're about to go ask you.
let's go have an emergency huddle with everyone,
Yeah.
because people might have good reasons why we should let them go and not take them on now.
Yeah, let's do that. So let's go gather everybody up. So fast forward.
All right. So you call everyone together below decks.
And I explained to them what I witnessed while doing my scouting.
Sounds silly. If they're antsy to leave, what if we intimidate them into staying?
That is not a good idea.
No, if they can't come back, then their main ship would have to investigate, which is our prize.
Yes, but I would prefer chasing after them and capturing Hrolgar so that we can get the information out of him.
How can you stop them from leaving?
You make dumbfounded threats. You make notes that we know where you are. If you leave the port, we're going to kill you. You have a bounty on your head. You just make up some ostentatious lie.
I'm not sure
so they are terrified to leave the port.
I'm not sure if that's going to work on a man like Hrolgar.
They may not, but their helmsman might panic.
Wait.
They could misconstrue the note and see it as a reason to leave even more.
Well, if you hang on, that's not a bad idea. But if we're going to force them to stay, we don't have to reveal ourselves.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can disable their ship?
I mean, other than destroying their helm?
You are the carpenter, don't you? Don't you know that?
Yeah.
I mean,
and I do have a helmet that allows me to breathe underwater.
I mean,
suppose
the best way I could think of disabling their ship would be to send Lafdul in their stealth and break it.
Yeah, you see how many guards it got?
An oil of fiery burning right on their Helm Room.
From what we've seen, Ald.
Or smash in the window and throw in the oil.
True.
Ald, from what we've seen.
Yep.
And I know the whole moon is black and the water's probably quite black. Can we get an idea of how deep the harbour is?
It's deep enough for a galleon here to dock, so
Yeah.
that's reasonably deep as harbors go.
I'm just wondering if Braxon would be able to know whether he would be able to swim underneath their ship.
Do you have swimming?
Oh, walk underneath their ship. I don't know. Can Braxton get a fly spell on fly underwater, or does it
No,
only
no,
work
you
above
can't.
water?
You can't use fly underwater.
Has anyone got a swim spell?
I don't think we've prepared that.
So you don't know how deep the water is.
Yeah.
Like beyond the fact that it is deep enough to be safe for a galleon to dock here.
Yeah, and I
Um,
suppose it's also possible there's monsters underneath the water.
That is also possible. Yeah.
Well,
And a question?
Yeah.
Oh, how would the dock authorities react if they find out that the ship has been damaged, sabotaged?
they'll probably do an investigation into it.
Yeah,
It's hard to
I
say because this is not exactly a reputable port.
That too.
Yeah, but it's in their
yeah,
own
but,
interest to investigate why this has happened.
Yeah, because if they didn't investigate it in any way, it might lead to their reputation loss.
Oh,
And they need a somewhat decent reputation to have pirates still come by here.
no, I'm forming a plan. If we want to keep the ship here, can we?
I'm not sure if keeping the ship here is the best plan. Personally,
Yeah, well, I mean, it would mean that Red Njord would have to come here.
I would prefer. My vote is that we let it leave and we follow it with our main ship.
Well, the one thing about getting Red Njord to come here is he won't have any advantages of being in wild space.
But he would have the advantage of an entire pirate port
That
backing him
is-
up.
That is true. That is true. Unless we can
Also-
get.
It would be us versus all the ships here and the like whatever authority there is here working with Red Njord against us and what forces we could bring.
Let's do that tomorrow, and Lara will memorize another invisibility spell for herself.
I feel like starting
Are
the
they
fight
even-
here is stacking the odds against us tremendously compared to following them and doing an ambush at their base.
How was it even implying a?
Or we just or we follow their ship, we take Hrolgar hostage after defeating them, and we get the base location out of them and mobilize who we can.
I want to see if they can even communicate externally like our wizard can.
I mean, that's a possibility. Once we defeat Hrolgar, they might send a sending, or they will send a sending.
Well, even if this
we
current
stop
wizard
them here.
can do it,
Yeah.
one would assume that they might send one of their better wizards if they're going on a few-man crew. They'll send
Yeah.
their better people, like we do.
But there's also a chance we don't know how many wizards they have, right?
Well, at least 2 spellcasters.
They at least have 2 spellcasters. One of them is going to be drained either way because they have to be on the helm.
Oh, old.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there that? Was it a female wizard I saw? That one that was taking sadistic pleasure about someone melting in acid.
Yes.
Was it a female one?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, there's at least 2. And that one
And-
is a wizard. Well,
Okay,
as far
well-
as I could tell.
I feel like
Some of the crew on this eel ship is female, but they're sailors and minotaurs, so...
well, my point is that I feel like if we go after them now, not now, if we go after them in wild space, we will have a bit more of an advantage, even if it's just us versus them. We have the bigger ship, we have the more crew.
Where can they travel within 12 hours? Because presumably they've only got one helmsman.
Yeah. They either have 1 or 2 helmsmen.
Where could they travel?
I guess
Because
we just have
if
to
they've
ask
got
our
2
navigator.
helmsmen it's going to be very hard for us to catch up with them.
So they can go to Kryn, or they could go to one of the other moons within 12 hours.
Yeah, they could go to Kryn or one of the other moons. Leva, do you have sending?
Well, we haven't.
Yes. She has 2 sendings memorized.
Well, it takes 10 minutes. We have that time. If we're going to go after them, do you think you could send a message to the Bald Dolphin to have it in orbit so that we can go dock with it if needed?
Do we have to do this now?
Well, once we make a decision, we're going to have to get prepared.
Yeah, let's wait.
Yeah, but we haven't made that decision yet.
Let's make the
Yeah.
decision first, because we can't send
Yeah.
another message after we've sent
And
one.
plus,
Yeah.
there's still the potential of investigating the trick. As far as I know, they're just antsy. If we don't tip them off anymore, they'll just carry on as normal.
We still have those goods that they've sold that we can investigate. We can find out what that is and get a bit more intel, and hopefully
Yeah.
they would have left.
But I have a feeling that if the wizard wins the argument, they're going to be leaving today.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we can follow them with our tracking device that we have.
Yeah.
Presumably, it
And
works.
and if they are not too panicked, they should be at least sometime soon head to the other port in here.
That's true. Yeah.
It sounds silly. What if we tried to capture one?
I mean,
Well,
that's been
if one
mentioned
of them-
already.
If one of them goes missing, that's probably going to make them want to
Yeah,
leave.
they'll
even
just leave.
faster. Yeah, true.
Then we just follow them at that point. But
Has
Do
anyone
we-
seen? Has
Well, we
anyone
would have
seen?
to isolate one of them, and that might not be that easy, especially if they're on high alert.
I think the best course of action would be to let them cool down, and if they leave, we just follow them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I say
And
I say we use today, other than possibly selling some of our stuff, we just watch them and see what they do, and if they look like they're about to take off, we take off after them.
if we watch them, we're drawing suspicion towards us.
Um,
Why is that ship
I'm
staring
still,
at us?
I'm still invisible. How long does invisibility last?
24 hours.
24 hours.
Then I will watch them.
So
Okay.
also,
And so
also
Ockar's
real
vigil
fast, real
begins.
fast. Short of some sort of shenanigans, you don't have to like watch them to see them leave.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of obvious when they will pull out and leave the port. The galleon next to you that's in between you two is not going to block the entire site for all of that.
True.
yeah.
Well, I still plan to keep an eye on them personally.
Okay. I got a few thoughts. Firstly, if we buy stuff or sell stuff, we're going to need to hang around to complete the deal. If we get the information about what we're buying, what they've got for sale, we don't necessarily need to buy stuff. We can decide to leave ahead of them if we have all the information we need.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I have the information I need. I think that we have in our sights either the easiest of the group to talk down or the hardest we're gonna have to fight, other than Red
Yeah.
Njord himself. Because from what I remember, Hrothgar is at least somewhat of an honorable warrior, so we might, if we get into a fight with him, I might be able to talk him down.
What's the
'Cause he-
story of him stealing his father's armor?
I don't think you're going to be able to talk these people down. You're welcome to give it a go.
Hrothgar was always the more noble of them comparatively. He
Did he
fi-
feel?
he stole the armor mainly because of the armor and the sword mainly due to an argument with his father.
Okay.
Did he
But
disown his father, so to speak?
So one thing that you would
Not-
also remember is that despite all of that, he was still a big jerk.
yeah, he was
Like-
a big jerk, but he was the one who told the others not to like break bones. He still beat. He still was a big jerk, but he was at least not as awful.
Right.
So
But they
there's a
have-
somewhat chance.
They have all been butchering everyone.
Yeah.
So
So-
one thing to clarify a little bit is that like you would put that some of his the way that he operated was more along the lines of he knew that beating someone to a bloody pulp would get them in more trouble than just beating them to get their, get some, rob them of some money and stuff like that.
He was basically either the lawful or neutral evil of the group.
He knew where the lines were on, and thus the best way to get what you want without crossing certain lines, kind of thing. He's still
True.
not a good person. He was still not.
Yeah,
a good
I'm not
person,
saying he's
but,
a good person. I'm just saying he was the least bad.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Well, unless any of their crew operate the base and just take in goods and sell them on, they're probably going to be well aware that they're murdering everyone to get rid of witnesses.
Yeah, that's probably a given.
Well, if we do decide to try to capture Rolgar, I have prepared at least few hold person spells since I knew that we have to capture some of them alive.
Mm-hmm.
He's just the one I see most likely trying to make a deal.
See, I haven't taken any combat spells, really.
I mean, you have an
Well-
item that you haven't tested yet. It may work, it may not work, but if it does work,
A strong lead.
yeah, to a certain extent, you don't
But
need.
the tracker's back on the Battle Dolphin, right?
Yeah, but
Mhm.
you don't have to it's not something that you would necessarily need to. It would be a tracking situation as opposed to a chase situation, if that works.
Yeah. Which I think is probably the way we need to go.
If
So
only we
yeah,
had...
If they
So-
if they leave and we decide to track them, we might be able to track them all the way to Red Njord's base.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, or they might be in the middle of their trade runs.
Either way, we'll be able to track them down and capture some of them and get the information out of them that we need.
Don't we already suspect their next stop is the other port?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be at the other port. So what if we ambush them mid-journey?
It's going to be quite hard to get in front of them unless we leave before them.
Yeah. Well, we don't need.
If we wanted to do that, I think we would need to summon.
There's also a chance if we make them think that something's up, they'll just head back to base.
I think
But
if we
if they manage to get to the base, they would most likely increase the alertness of the base. In that
I
case.
think
Yeah, but
think-
we're going to be assaulting the base either way.
Yeah, but even if we are going to be assaulting the base, I don't think that we want them to be on too much of an alert before we enter the place.
Yeah, we're not turning this into a siege necessarily.
Are
I
we?
think-
I thought the idea was we were going to siege the place.
I
Just
think
want Red Njord.
All right,
I
let,
think-
let,
let-
hold on. Let let Braxon speak.
I think if we decide we want to ambush this ship before it gets back to Red Njord, if we decide that we need to leave ahead of them, meet up with our other ship, and either form a single ship to fight them from a single ship, or have the two ships separate so that we can try some sort of pincer maneuver and get them as they take off, as they come into orbit. If we let them leave orbit, it's going to be very hard to intercept them.
Yeah. I
What
think.
about before that? When they go to the other port? Because presumably they're going to the other port because Zara needs the armor. Zara's part of their Motley Crue.
Oh wait,
Right.
there's another port on this planet.
Yes, there is.
Yes,
That's the one we
Black
were.
Hills.
That's the one we were at before.
That's what I was thinking.
They do
Half
look
a
very
day
similar.
before daybreak, we wait in the most likely ambush route, and we try to ambush them. We may
True.
not take them down, but we should be able to do some damage. to
Okay,
them.
if we take them on in the air, we're talking about making them crash, or them making us crash.
Well, if we make them crash, we can go and see if anybody survived and capture them.
Yeah.
They'll probably be
when
rather
when it's
injured.
go time, we get levered. We get
Or
Wow.
if everybody's dead after the crash, we search the wreckage and steal any charts they have.
when it's go time. Lever can send, so the battle dolphin will be there to assist eventually. So if we
Yeah.
do crash, we will have backup en route.
Yeah.
If we want to take them on as they leave this planet, then
Not-
I've got a helmet that allows us to go underwater. It's possible that we could do something not to scuttle the ship, but something. What sort of ship was this again, Ald?
Eel.
Neil ship.
Eel ship. Does the eel ship have something like a rudder that we can sabotage?
It has a very big fin in the back, which probably does function as a rudder.
Right. So it's possible, says Braxon, it's possible that we might be able to interfere with the fin at the back of the ship in such a way that when they take off, it flaps about and they don't have very good maneuverability.
Give me a carpentry check.
Yeah.
I don't even like the ideas of attacking them when they're leaving orbit.
I would prefer just fighting them in wild space.
Right.
I want to
So-
fight them when they're traveling to the other port.
16's the target.
All right, Braxon, the that rear fin that functions as a rudder on the eel ship is very sturdy. You would, like, you can do a shearing attack kind of thing on it.
Yeah.
But you'd have to come up with a plan to use a lot of force against it.
Which might be noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, well, it just means that you need to come up with a plan. It's not just like go under there with a hammer and saw kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I know. I know Lever's got a spell that made a floor into something else, so that might work if it's wood. But she might not be able to cast it underwater, and she might not want to go underwater and be chewed on by whatever lives in the lake.
What if we?
Go ahead.
They're not there on the window. Go in on the sec. We can just go straight in and just sabotage or something. They're not there on the part of the window or something.
If they don't see the window, will the water come in?
No,
No,
it's not.
this
It's
is-
above the waterline.
Oh, okay.
If there's no one in the Helm's Room.
Well, Braxon, I don't think Clever can cast spells, or anyone can cast spells underwater. Goes bloop 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 bloop. Doesn't work.
I mean,
You
isn't there
vocalize that.
something like air bubble or something that could let you like breathe underwater?
There are
Braxton's
ways
got a
you can
magical
set it up
helmet.
to do that. Yeah.
Oh, is that all?
Vocalize.
There are ways you can set it up to cast spells underwater. Yes. But keep in mind, I mean, like, you need to take into account the fact that the water may ruin spell components and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Depending on the spell.
it depends a lot on the method you're using. It depends a lot on the spell. It depends on a lot of elements.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, underwater adventuring is a thing, and you guys would be vaguely familiar with the concept, if not the details,
Mm.
of like going underwater to hunt for a
Kraken.
sunken city or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh. This is slightly random. You know one of those planets we saw? Sorry. One. What was it, that place that had like several planets in a or bodies within a orbit?
Do you mean Hidakul?
Hidakul was one of the moons.
Oh, sorry. Do you mean
all
Zivlin?
these around Zivlin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so you mean Zivlin, the air world with a lot of rocky bodies floating through it, and 12 moons?
Wasn't like a ruined city? Sorry, this is completely right. I won't go any further. I just want to know if one of them. Didn't we suspect one of them was?
Two of the moons have appear to have. Well, one of the moons appears to have ruins on it.
Alright, that's all I want to know, because it'd be quite a long, lengthy tangent. I'll go about it later.
Oh, by the way, Ald,
Mhm.
while we're talking about Zivlin, I can't see a label for the moon between Miacc and Kiri Jorith. I can see all the other labels.
Okay.
While we're digressing.
That's fine.
Mm.
So, I mean, if they do leave orbit, they're going to go off to Zivlin, which is obviously where Red Njord is based at the moment.
We don't know that for sure.
Well, he's not based here, so he has to be based somewhere else, and that's the third pirate port.
Why not?
Yeah, but he might have his own base.
We could have Glau. We could have Leva sent to one of our helms and whoever is captaining, so to speak, and organise with Glau to set up a potential intercept route between where we are now and Zivlin. So if they encounter an eel ship, to attack that eel ship while they're leaving, and obviously we'll be in pursuit. Presuming they're ahead of me.
If there's going to be an attack on this eel ship, I think we want to be involved in the attack.
Yeah, we will be. They're just ahead of us to intercept. Because we cannot get ahead of another ship once they're in spelljamming speed.
Yeah.
Someone has to stop. So we need some ship in front.
We would have to coordinate that very carefully, because if we were more than a few minutes behind, they would have time to do things to our crew that they've done to those other ships.
But it's also a bigger ship. They don't actually have to get into a physical combat. They can just literally just blow it out of the sky.
We also don't know if the seal ship has any of the things that the octopus does that cause so much damage.
It's probably a good assumption that it does not.
Yeah. It feels like more of a weapon that they have on their main ship and not one on this merchant ship that they're using.
Yeah, but it could be something that someone possesses that's on the ship.
I mean, it could be, but it sounds more like something that they would want to keep with their main ship to protect it in case something happens.
That's probably right, but I'd rather not be half an hour behind our big ship, and to have these people be given half an hour to kill our crew and still.
Why do you assume that they'll win against our crew?
I'm not assuming they'll win. I'm saying I'd rather not take the risk.
There is risk with this job.
Even if they would not win without the crew and us, our ship has lost quite a lot of its fighting power.
Yeah, but it's using its siege weapons. It's not going to get into.
If our ship came into orbit and took on this ship while we chased it up into orbit, the time would be relatively short.
It would be.
That was the general idea, presuming it goes to Zivlin.
If we're talking about trying to go between Kryn and Zivlin and intercepting them, I've got to be very careful with the navigation or to make sure that we catch up with the other part of our ship and don't overshoot.
I think what we should do is fight them in orbit, if it comes down to it.
Basically, if we chase them and our other part of our ship is ahead of them and we're trying to intercept them, we would all be moving at 1 million miles per day, which is quite fast. And it's very easy to go past another ship.
Well, no, the battle dolphin can track us. They can track any one of us because they've got the tracking device. They just need a personal possession of ours, and we have all the stuff to charge that thing on the battle dolphin.
And we have several of our personal possessions on our ship.
That's true.
On the battle dolphin, so
The battle dolphin can always find us easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will just cost us to do that.
But and I'm not saying we have to fight them on New Itari. As they leave New Itari, they will be in the atmosphere. They cannot travel at spelljamming speed until they clear the atmosphere and go into wild space. So as they take off, and as we take off, we know they're traveling at a low enough speed that people should be able to follow them with a spyglass.
Yeah.
Once we get into open wild space, and they get clear of anything in front of them, it's a lot harder to be sure that you're going to catch them. I mean, obviously you can catch them. That's how pirates work.
Which is why I think we should attack them in orbit.
So I think we have a slight disagreement over whether we should attack them in orbit or whether we should encourage them to go to the other port and chase them there and try and shoot them down out the sky and all this sort of stuff.
Isn't our goal to actually get to this red Njord?
Our goal is to get to Red Njord.
So what's the point in attacking these guys?
We have an opportunity to eliminate 2 of his best fighters.
Yeah,
well,
that doesn't bring us any closer to him.
No, it does. It does.
We can interrogate them.
Here's the thought, Leva. Here's the thought. We either capture one of his top men and interrogate him, or we raid the ship for charts that could lead us to Red Njord's base.
That's
There's
true.
an opportunity to get to those.
That is true. They might have charts. If they have charts, I might be able to interpret those charts. Assuming.
And if they don't have charts, we can always either interrogate the navigator or speak with the navigator.
They must have some sort of charts because they're able to work out where other ships are going.
Yeah.
And anticipate their courses.
Well, their navigator is going to be Denton because he seems to go around to place.
Yeah.
If we can capture or just if we can capture the things on the ship, then get all that.
Yeah. Okay. So
we have an opportunity here that we didn't have before because we now know that one of his top men is on that ship.
We do. Okay. So we need to we still need to agree how we're going to implement that. The other thing we're weighing this up against is we were going to go to find out what goods they'd taken to that store. Do we still want to know that?
I leave that up to you guys.
Is that superfluous information?
I was going to say, what does that actually tell us?
Yeah. I
Who
think it's
got their
cargoes?
Whose cargo that actually belongs to? If we were to investigate that, we could figure out where they were attacked and we could chase up that lead. If this all goes down the drain. Once this has been traded around, we don't know where the cargoes ended up, so we can no longer track it.
Yes.
It's just a matter of how important it is, basically.
So we've got 2 leads, and it's down to deciding on which lead is more important. And if they're thinking of leaving, but they're not leaving, we can either try to give them a nudge to make them leave or make them not want to leave. The other thing we could do is we could if we do everything that we need to do, we could leave in a panic.
What if
and try to make them think that other ships are being messed about with here.
Yeah, there's we could also look at that. There are many ways about that. Or we could try to play it off as something benign, just saying there's like a pixie. They're invisible pranksters.
Well, we have a couple of invisible pranksters in our in our crew.
No, we just spread rumors that we thought we saw or heard a pixie that kept tapping on a ship. We just spread it around in the docks. Maybe that will set them at ease.
Well, here's the thought. I'm not 100% sure on this invisibility, but could we? That middle ship, has it got its sails up?
No.
Okay. But it's got rigging up.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna be sitting here for like weeks or months, if that's what you mean.
I wonder if we could carry out some trivial sabotage on the middle ship, and then claim that we've had sabotage on our ship and flee the port.
If we're fleeing we could spread rumors that they're trying to impound all the ships.
What would be the
them.
goal of creating rumors about stuff going on? Like, is that to try to
spook them into leaving?
They're gonna leave anyway, so it's a matter of when you want them to leave.
I mean, if you want to spook them into leaving, you could also just do more stuff to their ship.
So you cut out then.
If you wanted to spook them into leaving, you could just do more stuff to their ship.
Yeah.
Rather than an elaborate plan that... So, because that's the thing is, like, any elaborate plan that you're setting up in terms of, like, creating false rumors and stuff like that, it's all hinging on them acting certain ways, and if they don't act in a certain way, then all of your effort is wasted. It's oftentimes best to go for something that you are pretty, like, incredibly sure that they will act in a certain way on, rather than kind of a hope that they will act in a certain way on.
But do we want them to leave that fast? Isn't it actually more beneficial to us to have them stay as long as possible without actually influencing it that much and risking being detected?
Well, what are we going to do while they stay?
Well, if you wanted to check out the goods and find out about that lead, that would give us time to do that without fearing that the Rolgar and rest flee during that time.
Yeah, well, I'm not proposing we do anything to spook them now.
I just had a different thought, totally different to what we were talking about. Since we know that the dock authority is bribable, how about we make them work for us and have them declare the other ship to be non-space worthy? They found problems with the other ship and therefore they can't leave.
He's
but the dockmaster's apparently a coward.
Yeah, there's that.
He would be intimidated unless we use magic to instill his courage.
And there's also the chance that he's already
Lever could make friends with him.
There's also a chance he's already being bribed, and in that case, we're going to have to make a counter offer. And we're not sure he's going to accept the counter offer if it's not better.
Well, our counter offer already started because we gave him a lot of stale in the very beginning, about 10 times as much as he expected.
Yeah, but
he wanted 100 times.
We are, and
100 times.
he thinks now we are dumb.
Yeah. So he'll try to fleece us.
Oh, that doesn't happen again, even if Lafdul
He
gets
already
into
did.
trouble.
Also, if any of those efforts fail on him, he could then sell the information to the pirates.
Yeah. If we fail to bribe him, he will just tell the pirates what we're up to.
It's a good idea under other circumstances.
Well, Lever could be friends with him.
Yeah,
Good
or you could
friends.
can you charming?
She can make friends with him.
Do you have? Wait, do you have the friend spell?
She's being surreptitious about how she's wording it.
Right.
You guys didn't realize.
I mean, if you think it'll work,
Let me see, friends.
It's an idea.
Well, she gained a lot of charisma.
Yeah, the friend spell itself just increases your charisma. It does not.
Your reaction.
Yeah, it does not directly
Charming them's different.
charm them. Yeah.
Well, she
If
does
you want
have
to make
charm.
friends with them, quote unquote, then yeah, charm spell is what you would want.
She does have charm.
is it prepared?
No, why should
Do
it
you
be?
have it on a scroll? Because that's a pretty common spell, isn't it?
No, she has memorized it.
You did?
Yes. Sorry, not
Oh, wow.
memorized. Sorry, it's in her spell list.
Alright. Do you have it on the scroll?
No, I don't have it on the scroll.
Well, if we're lucky, you can try to prep the spell tomorrow if the guys haven't already left yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we should get ready. We should get something ready in case they try to leave today.
Yeah.
I will take combat spells tomorrow,
Yeah, so
but I don't have any today. I
I
wasn't
think
planning on
in
going
the
to combat.
meantime, to cover our bases, we should have the Valdolphin get into orbit and ready.
Oh, it's... Well, no, it's on... Yeah, but the thing is, that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
There's a reason why no ships orbit this planet.
Well, hang on.
It's to
hang on.
keep it
Um,
under
what
cloak
was-
and dagger.
what was the travel time between Moonsword?
Minutes.
Minutes.
Oh.
Right. So
Really?
yeah. So the delay is that it takes 10 minutes for Lever to send a message to our ship to tell them to move to come and meet us. That's going to be the delay.
Yeah, but it'll take
but they-
20 minutes just to get out of the atmosphere of this moon anyway. So.
Yeah.
So
So
it'll be a 30-minute delay.
no.
He could be she could be casting that while you're leaving.
So still 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So I think as our hasty action plan, if they take off and we want to intercept them in orbit, and we can fight them in orbit and capture them in orbit, or we can, if they flee down to the ground, we can try and knock them out the sky. We'll have a choice then. We can send a message to the other part of the ship to get them to come and get us. And
Yeah, that
it's
seems like a good idea.
what we can do with 25 words to try to meet up.
Pirates are leaving. Need help.
Yeah, but
come orbit.
we wanted to say that we were in the northern port and roughly where it was. Or we know we know it's on the dark side of the moon, don't we?
I think that you would have, like, in your planning for getting down here, you would have been consulting with Glau on where the locations of these were, so he would know.
Yeah.
So he could get above this port, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So is that what you think you want to do?
Well, do we want to still go to this store?
I mean, it's something you guys can do while I keep
We might
an eye on the
think
ship.
if we do that, then we might learn more information. At the moment, we're not in an immediate rush. They're not literally leaving; they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
moment we
what-
see them leave, we're just going to have to hightail it back.
What I'm
Obviously, not
thinking,
run because that'll draw too much attention. But
we can decide whether we want to run or not.
yeah, I suppose.
If there's people that can turn themselves invisible, they can run. Right. So I think the people that are still on the ship can make sure the ship is as close to being ready to leave without it being obvious.
I can handle that.
So that we can leave within moments, and if we go to the store, we can say that we're going to a tavern, and we'll come back with a purchasing decision, so that we don't have to pay them a load of money.
Okay.
Ockar,
And then
weren't
we
you going to be watching invisibly the
Oh,
other
right,
vessel?
right. I'm gonna be watching the other ship.
I can stay on the shuttle
Okay.
and handle that.
You've never left the shuttle. You're not. You've sworn an oath never to stand on this planet.
Yeah.
Just because
he
you
for-
almost got killed by a blob creature covered in eyes.
And the
And
thing
teeth.
is,
Don't forget the teeth.
My God, a bee weapon.
So, okay, so, Lafdul, you'll be heading to the shop?
Yeah, I guess. Can I have my hat back, please?
Yeah, I passed the hat back to him. It's still invisible.
No, it stops being invisible as soon as you hand it over to him. Any
I
item
mean,
that
it
you
was
have that you
invisible when
put
it
down
was
or drop becomes visible and does not.
Say again, what?
Any-
So it becomes visible once it goes into his hands.
Yeah, the
Once
hat
you let
does.
go,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, reiterating that items that you have on your person when you become invisible become visible when you drop them or put them down or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they stay visible if you pick it up again.
Yeah.
Just so you know. All right, so Braxon, were you going to go with Lafdul?
if he wants me, or if he wants someone else, or who do you want with you? Is it just me?
Are you all wanting to stay
Seven?
here or something?
No, I'm willing to come. I don't know if Lever's willing to come. I don't know whether.
Solas willing to come.
I,
Yes.
I think
The
if
usual
we are,
posse.
I think if we are planning on Leva casting the sending when the pirates are leaving, she should also stay in the ship. So
She might have to stay. Yeah, if you see the ship.
Well, hang on. How? If you need to cast that ritual, and can you lay the stuff out on the ship ready and just come straight back on board and cast it?
it's 10 minutes casting time.
It's up to her.
Right.
Whether
So
she
I
is
think I know what
capable
you
of running
mean.
back and casting.
She can't speed up the casting, but the thing is that if you're away from the ship and you learn that it's leaving, that the eel is leaving, then she would have
Receive
to
more
get
turns.
back to the ship and then
And
begin
cast it.
casting.
Yeah.
Whereas if she's on the ship, she could just immediately begin casting.
Yeah.
The thing is that she just realized that she has overstayed the polymorph, so she looks like an elf again.
Yeah, you do.
You were on the ship anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. So she's gonna stay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Braxon, Lafdul, you'll go off, and
Finn, do you want to come?
You staying.
that's up to you.
No, I'll stay
Finn.
back on the ship.
Okay.
I keep hearing people saying whether other people are going to do something or not.
Yeah, Finn's so quiet there.
No, but it's Finn.
Yeah,
tells us
don't
what
make
Finn wants
decisions
to
for
do.
other people.
No, I want Finn to be more aggressive.
All right. So
No, that's fine. If he wants to stay, that's fine. I just want.
I know.
Trying to be more aggressive, then he turns into a wolf man and bites your head off.
Diplomatically more aggressive.
All right, so Lafdul and Braxon, you are going to be making your way to Charlot's supply again, and Ockar, you're going to kind of like take a position to keep an eye on the
Before we go,
eel.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm not. You can cover that. I just want to confirm that this is, and then everyone else is staying on the ship. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Lafdul, what were you saying?
the plan is to not trade stuff, obviously. Because that's going to take time, or what? Because we have stuff to trade. Do we trade, do we not?
I leave that up to you.
I mean, we've already traded some Kindorio. Anything we trade here is generally going to be at a loss anyway, so... Yeah, probably not trade. Maybe have a look. I don't know.
I mean, all that stuff was cover anyway, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we head over.
Okay. So, Lafdul and Braxon, you head into the town. Ockar accompanies you just far enough to take up a position out of the way so that he can watch the eel ship.
Uh-huh.
And
Goes as good old Denton.
Lafdul, you arrive at Charlotte's Supply, enter her shop, and she once again welcomes you. Welcome back. Was there... did you want to look over the new supplies that I mentioned?
Yeah, I'm in town to look to see what you got.
Well, I did just get some fine new goods in, and she takes you to some samples. She lists off a number of spices. She indicates that she has a goodly supply of them. There's some salt, which is always needed, she mentions. She shows you some high-quality leathers and good solid marble blocks.
Where's the marble blocks? I just asked, did you figure out where one would... Where are these blocks from? They look interesting. I might be interested in getting some more of them. I know a contact on Zivlin that is interested in marble.
Oh, this is good, high-quality Riorkson marble here.
Not. I just go back and forth with some prices, even though I'm not going to trade with her. I'm just getting an idea if she's upselling it or not.
Oh, I mean, she's definitely upselling. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's kind of obvious, even though you don't know what good prices for these would be. I mean, she needs to make a profit.
Yeah. I heard.
However, give me an intelligence check, please. You're pretty sure all of this is below market value, however.
Oh, I can make a profit.
Depending
Oh
on
yeah,
your
because it's all
negotiation.
but my company's not gonna like this being all good aligned apart from me and Finn. It's all parts. I can't buy any of it. I mean, I could buy it personally, but you know, I don't think my company would be very happy with me if I start doing that. Do you know who this Mei Ling is over is it Nihon? Can't remember what one we're at.
You are in New
Black
Haunt,
Hills?
yes. You're in New Haunt.
Black
Mei-Ling is
Hills.
on.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Kislev.
making an inquiry. Is that she put out an order for some cattle again? Just wondering where I can pick some up.
Oh well. Hidukal always has a good trade in livestock. I think that if you're willing to brave it, you could find some ports down on Ansalon on Kryn, and the Minotaurs in Christophon would probably also be willing to sell livestock.
Where's St. Christophon? Does Braxon know this? I have no idea. I'll make a mental note of it, I guess.
Did you ask Braxon to come in the shop or wait outside?
No, you can be in the shop.
Okay.
I don't think there's any reason for you to be out.
Braxon knows from reading the book that Christophon is on the northern continent, on Kryn.
Oh. Yeah, it's quite I heard there was a war on Kryn or something recently.
Yeah, that's on the southern continent.
I'm mentioning this to the shopkeeper. It's more of a case of it's like it seems a bit of a risk going there.
Oh, it can be a risk, but where there's war, there's always people willing to profit.
Oh, of course. We wouldn't be in this business otherwise, but... Yeah.
Yes, it's actually kind of a shame that the war is no longer going on. I understand quite a few of the traders who visited our town made quite a good profit trading with Sanction and Naraka.
Oh, I know Sanction from. Yeah, well, okay. Uh, hmm.
I mean, if you're just basically
No,
wasting
there is
time
something.
here,
You
like keeping up
Not
appearances
necessarily.
without.
No, there is something I want to ask.
Okay.
What was that? Oh, I've forgotten that. That Isle of, is it glass? Never. Oh God, what was
Balch.
that? Balch. Why the hell did I think glass?
I don't know.
Balch. I'll inquire about that. Do you happen to know anything about that place? I heard that's on Korean. One of my companions is interested in that
I don't
place
know
for some
much
reason.
about it myself. You'd probably be better off speaking to some of the traders. What little I know is that they do they have a very strong engineering bent, very good for plans and machinery.
Oh, Tinkernames will be down there then. Probably.
But that's about all I know.
Huh. All right.
I think that she would
Can
probably
I-
expand. I think she'd probably expand upon that a little bit more. And when she's talking about engineering, she's more talking about not really machinery per se, but
Aqueducts.
yeah,
Constructs,
that sort of engineering, construction engineering.
like relics of the past.
No, just like I mean, she doesn't know a whole lot about it, but it's like they're
By reputation.
if you need plans for big
Oh.
engineering works, you can
That's all-
oftentimes get stuff from them. Is kind of what.
That's on Solas's wish list, I think, to visit that place as well now.
Well, he doesn't know about it yet.
No,
So
I'll tell you. When I get back. Can I see? She said she had herbs and stuff. I'm looking over to see if she's got stuff that I recognize as poisons and stuff. I'm not making any note towards it. I'm just looking at it, browsing.
Most of her herbs are cooking herbs or rare and exotic stuff that could fetch higher prices elsewhere. And she does have a small selection of spell component type herbs. Some stuff that might be able to be turned into poisons, but you'd have to work at it. Like it would have to actually be something that you'd have to brew up.
I don't really have anything else I can think of. Does she have anything particular other than trade goods that's recently been sold? Anything that's new, different? She might have shown me the odd souvenir that's being sold.
Not really.
Oh.
Like again, she thinks you're in here for trade goods, so that's why she's showing you that stuff.
No.
All right. Otherwise, just trying to make keep up appearances.
Yeah, I keep up appearances. I don't have anything else that I could say about being surreptitious about it.
Okay. All right. So
You was looking for some stuff, wasn't you?
No, we've inquired about that marble. So
Was that the item you was looking for your?
I got the information that I wanted. It was that it came from Briox.
Right.
So it was a trade ship that was carrying Briox down.
Okay.
That got robbed, probably. So whatever ship's missing cargo from Briox is one that Red Njord's most likely attacked at some point.
Hmm.
So we got to pay attention to any news that's happening.
Okay.
I'm not going to inquire about Sard because obviously. Who, I suppose I'll say, who's this Sir Davin fellow? He seems to be the Lord around here. I'm new here. Is it someone I should visit or just keep away from? Or
That's entirely up to you.
who?
He,
Is he the guy you keep on your good books with? Basically, I assume.
well,
I'm new in
he
here,
is
so
the governor of this town. Yes.
is he a sir? Was he knighted by someone or something?
Oh, I really don't know. I haven't paid any attention.
No.
I've never met the man myself.
I don't come across too many people with titles. My line of work.
Oh, in my line of work, I come across many people with titles, most of them false.
I try to stay away from that if I can. Keep it simple. The fancier the title, the more suspicious I get of someone.
I mean, if you want to see if he has any need for specific goods, you could always pay a visit to his keep.
Oh, does he put out requests? Does he?
If he does, I believe he contracts it mostly with individuals himself. He has some agents in town. They visit here occasionally for purchases, but usually it's household provisioning.
Hmm. Oh, actually, out of curiosity, I'll see if she's got that. She said she's got herbs, yeah?
Yeah.
Does she have that rare herb that Xeroxes that I made? Well, I made up, but it was a real herb. The thing if she sells it.
No.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess I leave. I guess a Braxon, unless Braxon wants to hang around and buy stuff.
No, Braxton's basically looking like he's your underling stroke bodyguard. So he'll nod his head
All right.
and go out with you.
Making your way back to your ship.
Yeah, is there anything
Yeah,
else
I
we want to
guess.
see while we're here?
Not really.
Is
Other
there any...
than rumor checking at the taverns. What's the word on the street or anything?
Do you want to
Lafdul's
do
always
that quick?
quick. Well, it's never quick. It's like half an hour or more.
If you want to do it, we can do it.
Yeah, I'm down for doing it just to see what I can learn. You never know.
Okay. What role do you want me to play? Stand around, not pretty.
Just a traveling companion, I guess. Bodyguard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm dressed up as a merchant, so
Yeah.
even though I'm practical merchant,
Okay.
but not. It's like bodyguard / friend, I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Already doing that. Okay. Lead on.
Star Silky's Delight, and what was the other one?
The other one was a brace of scavers.
Yeah, and the second one was cheaper.
Yeah, wow.
So you're gonna
Doesn't
make your
really
way
matter.
over to the taverns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I ask you two to put yourselves on mute for the moment? Mute your headphones, because I need to ask the rest of the party a question.
Okay.
Do you want
When will we
us
know?
to-
How do we
You
know
can
to unmute
send a
ourselves?
message.
I'll send a message on Discord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
We should go another ring, really.
You just mute yourself. Okay, rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ockar, what would you do if you see them see the eel preparing to leave?
I'll probably head. Shit. I'm thinking. I'll probably head to go find Lafdul and Braxon to bring them back to our ship.
Okay. All right, so heading to the shop and hope to find them there.
Yeah.
Okay. That is what I wanted to know. Thank you. Let me go let them know that they can unmute themselves now. All right, let's see if they do so. I suppose I need to tag them, huh?
Back.
All right. I guess I need to tag Zakad.
Ooh, I can hear
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
again.
there you are. All right.
We were typing to each other, so.
All right.
Huh?
Yeah, we were speculating on what you were saying.
Okay, so as you two are leaving Charlot's, you hear a whisper. I assume Ockar, you're gonna be like whispering as soon as they come out because you're still invisible.
Yeah. Ship's leaving. We have to get back to our ship now.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Wait,
Are we going to hustle or run?
Arcus come to us.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah, I guess we're hustling. Do you want to move fast, Braxon?
How much do we care about being seen?
Because I can just let you take a swig of my potion of invisibility, and I can use my granted power of invisibility. And we can just peg it.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll give you.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
with
start
my
running back to the
potion.
ship myself.
I'll
Okay.
give him the last of this 1 out of 8, so that's the last of that potion. I got 1 potion left after this now.
Okay.
Okay.
So he
Braxton
goes
have a-
invisible, then I'll use my granted power.
Braxton have a swig and then pass it back.
Well, it's empty at that point, so it's just an empty vial.
Well,
I've got another
You
potion.
just pocket it for now.
Or
Yeah.
I'll pocket the vial and give it back to you later.
Yeah, just drink the last of it and just run. We'll both run back.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to need dexterity checks from all 3 of you.
I would see if we fall over.
Maybe.
Well, Lafdul's good at running in the street. And he's got dexterity at 19.
Yeah. That's a good one.
If I roll a 20, I'm going to faceplant. I don't know. Jesus Christ, that's close.
We're all good.
Okay. So in a very, very surprising situation, you 3 managed to run back to your ship without, like, running into anyone and knocking them over.
Right.
There are some startled sounds as you, not visibly but audibly, like
Especially
dodge
from Braxon,
around
who's
other
wearing
people.
armor.
I'm sorry?
Braxon will be
Yeah.
wearing armor and I'm not, so you'd be making noise.
Yeah, Braxton will make some noise.
Yeah, but also, like, you know, you're dodging around people who don't know you're there kind of thing, so...
Yeah.
You know, because no one is getting out of your way, sort of thing.
I
but
did
you,
this so we could hustle fast, so...
You do get back to your ship just as the eel ship is pulling out into the lake, pulling away from the dock itself.
As soon as we do this, they're going to know we're obtaining them.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's fine.
All right, so you all get on board. What is the
Yep.
party doing?
Mhm.
Well, we're gonna throw somebody on. We have a helmsman with us, right?
Yes.
Have the helmsman get onto the helm. Have Leva start contacting our ship, and we're gonna start following them.
Wouldn't Leva already be contacting our ship when
That's up to
Ockar-
her.
That was the idea, because she was on our ship. in
Yeah,
order
but
to
but
speed up.
Ockar came to you rather than go back to the ship, so she won't really know
Oh.
that that the ship is leaving
Ah,
until
right. Okay.
about the same point.
There's a
in
lot
time.
of people on the
But
ship,
didn't
will
you
they
see it
not?
take off?
Yes,
It's only just starting to take off.
right, but at the same time, you have 3 party members who weren't on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea if they're even going to be getting back in time. Like, if Ockar hadn't gotten to the shop, if he had decided to come back to your ship to let you know, and then go get Braxon and Lafdul, they would have already been. They would have already left the shop at that point. So then you'd be telling, you'd either be in a situation of leaving Lafdul and Braxon, or telling your ship to potentially fight them all on its own, to tell your dolphin to fight them potentially all on their own, while you're waiting here for Lafdul and Braxon to get back.
Yeah, what I
So you
think we
would have wanted to wait for them to get back to do the sending.
yeah, and now that they're back, we can contact the dolphin and start following these guys up. It's gonna take the dolphin a few minutes to get here. It'll take us 20 minutes to get into orbit. It'll take you 10 minutes to cast your spell, and it'll take the dolphin a couple minutes to get here.
Could we approximate whether they were going straight up or were they going?
At the moment that you get back, they're pulling out into the lake. They're still in the water. They haven't lifted off yet.
How would it take minutes to leave?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get your rigging up, you gotta get your sails up.
No, I mean them. How many minutes? About a minute before they leave. So someone couldn't fly there and just be on the ship or anything, for example.
They're already pulling away. They're gonna be
airborne soon.
Airborne
I
soon.
thought
Yeah.
we had someone on the ship who was preparing our ship to leave.
Yeah, that was Solas.
Yeah, it should be ready, but I think what
Close as it can be.
but I think what Lafdul was thinking about was if we get to see, do they go directly to orbit or are they flying to the other port before we get lift off and before the sending is ready?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you won't. That you're gonna have to guess on that, on what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if they are going to the other port, then we just basically ambush them when they come from the other port.
Yeah. Either way, I think it's time for us to call in the dolphin.
Yeah, I'd say that they prepare to cut them off on the orbit.
yeah, if they can see a ship, it's a small ship though.
Well,
all hands on deck, lookouts, try and spot the ship.
You can only try. We've already briefed them on the position of the ports.
Yeah.
We'd have had a chat. Well, I forgot the name of the owl. Our owl friend. Glau the owl. Glau would have helped Braxon work out where these two ports were. So Glau would know where the ports were. So it's not guaranteed, but they could look for anything coming out of this approximate position.
Yeah.
And it's gonna. Well, here's an educated guess. Because it's daylight on the other side, one assumes it's going into orbit. Otherwise, they'd be going into that other port in broad daylight, and assumably they'll be taxed or something. That's like, you don't do that because you reveal the location of a port. So we have to assume they're going to orbit.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to chase them, we'll just track them as well as we can. Braxton will get his spyglass, and he's going to try and see where their ship is if they've taken off.
Who do we want in helm? I mean, if we get into combat, if they got a better helmsman than us, then they're going to outfly us.
Well, there's also the fact that if we put a good helmsman on if we put a good spellcaster on the helm, we lose the spells of that spellcaster.
I mean, I can always fight with my swords at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do it.
And you don't have any combat spells prepared today.
Not really, no.
Hang on. Oh, did you say they've already
healing spells, but...
Oh, did you say they've already taken off?
No,
No,
at this
they're
very
about
moment
to.
they're still in the water.
Right. Okay. Yeah, if they'd have already taken off, we would have been able to look at their ship and see if we can estimate whether they're going really quickly.
No, you really can't estimate that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Stop metagaming in my game, said Ald.
I lose my granted powers when I'm on the helm as well, don't I?
No.
What?
No.
No.
Only spells.
Alright, I'm already invisible anyway. If I go on the helm, I mean, I'm only going to be operating as a 7th level. So
Didn't we get 7th level Cleric, Sun Fei Jung, with us?
Yeah.
he's not with us. We took that. We took Neil with us.
Oh.
It's either a 4th level wizard or me, or unless someone else wants to go on the helm. And I'm pretty sure the other casters don't want to go on the helm.
I mean, I'd be worse than both of you.
Yeah, the reason why I'm suggesting this, even at the cost of melee spells, is because we need the speed. If we get into combat,
And you don't have any combat spells. I'm pretty sure,
I
Levin, you
got
have it.
healing. I got combat spells, just not very many.
Yeah.
Like Battle Fate, Cure, Light Wounds.
I guess Leva is busy.
Yeah, Level's busy with the thing, so she can't do it. So yeah, I'm going on that.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. It's Hobson's choice, because if Lever takes 10 minutes to cast his spell, we're not going to sit around for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have my armor, so I don't have my dex either, so I've got an AC of like 10. But yeah, that's if I get attacked, but I can defend myself, I suppose, with a short
In the
sword.
meantime, I'm gonna go and get my armor on. If we're going, since I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting into combat.
Okay.
I got patience, scrolls, and a wand anyway, so. But
All right.
yes, I will
So
go on the helm.
the majority of the party is helping to get the ship ready to leave. And Leva, you're going to begin casting your spell.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what are you going, when you complete the sending spell, what are you going to tell your dolphin? Battle dolphin.
Do we know where we can meet us?
We were told the claw where the ports are, basically.
Yeah. Found pirates related Red Njord.
Me,
Escaping. Need help intercepting. Come to whatever port.
well, that's meet us in orbit immediately. Intercept eel ship if you see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that works.
Keep in mind, you got 25 words. You
Get
got
ready
up to
for
like,
a fight.
You got up to like 11 there, Lafdul.
Get ready for combat.
Yeah, get ready for a fight.
We're at which port? We're at the dark side port.
We're at New Haunt.
Yeah.
They would know which part we took, since...
No, because we went to one and went to the other.
Yeah, we went to
but
one
we
and
went
went to
back
the
to
other.
the ship, then we went to the other port.
Yeah, since we had to get the healed.
They know what port we're at.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, just meet us at port.
I would say
In
Well,
orbit.
not at port, in orbit. Meet us in orbit, but if meet us in orbit, intercept eel ship if you see it.
How about this? And this isn't the actual message. It's just for consideration. We're chasing hostile eel ship leaving New Haunt. Meet us in orbit and intercept if possible.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Is that less than 25 words?
The orbit of this moon. Make sure it's this moon.
Well, they know we're at New Atari, and they would know that from the name of the port.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't know if it's orbit of that one where they're currently at.
Orbit of New Atari, then.
Orbit New Atari.
If we've got another word, we can say hot pursuit, which means we're literally chasing them now.
Okay. Leva, does that sound good? You're going to send that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so you begin casting your spell. The rest of the party gets ready to, you're casting off, getting your the rigging all set up, the sails unfurled, that sort of thing. And you are watching the eel. They are beginning to take off now, get into the air. So it'll be 20 minutes from this point before they get into orbit.
Yeah, they got a 20-minute lead on us, just miles ahead of us.
Yeah, but remember, they're gonna run smack dab into our Battle Dolphin, which will keep them
If our
far.
ship even
Wait.
heats up and gets there in time.
Wait, they don't have a 20-minute lead on us. They have 20 minutes to get out the air.
Yeah.
So
And we were already flying when the Leva was casting the sending.
So, well, no, she hasn't sent it yet. She's still doing that while we're getting ready to leave. But she's going to take 10 minutes. So we're going to take off. They're going to be a certain number of minutes ahead of us. Our ship is going to get the message. Our ship is going to come to New Itari. And it's all going to be about who gets where,
First.
at what speed. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're trying to go as fast as physically possible.
Well, our battle dolphin can get there within a minute.
Braxon, give me a 1d4 plus 3 roll, please.
Okay.
This is initiative.
Yeah.
No.
That's not initiative.
I imagine it's for how long it takes Battle Dolphin to get here.
It's
the warm up.
No, that's how long it takes. I think the helm is already warmed up. You would have had. Well, actually, no. You were getting on it, weren't you? Lafdul?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So.
If that's going to take significantly longer, I guess that wouldn't have happened. But
No, 5 rounds. That's 5 minutes.
It's 1d8.
Yeah, that's a-
It's 1d8 for the warm up, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1d8 there, Lafdul. We'll see which one is longer. Okay, 7. All right, so you will be 7 minutes behind them. Your crew and rest of your party was faster at getting the ship ready to go than the helm could be warmed up, unfortunately for you. But with that, you are pulling out into the lake and lifting off. Braxon, you are using a spyglass to keep an eye on them. I think you mentioned that earlier.
Braxon's trying not to lose them.
Okay.
But 7 minutes is going to be quite a bit distance.
It's
speck in the sky.
Quite a bit. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Oh dear. Or at least it's intelligence.
Not
Braxon's
wisdom. What, you got an 8 in wisdom or something?
Yeah, that's less than 14.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a penalty to this, probably.
All right, now give me a wisdom check.
No!
Do you say a pray to Ptah? Oh.
Hey, all right.
Oh, no, that's not bad.
That's good. You were able to keep them in your sight with the spyglass.
So are they flying a straight course, or have they done any zigzaggery stuff?
They do appear to be taking the straight route out of the canyon and then up into the.
Okay, so Braxon will be calling out the course that they're taking to Ockar, who can pass it on to the Helm Room.
Yeah, I'll be passing that on to Lafdul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You might want
It'd
to
be
get
given
people armed
Braxon?
on the catapult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be making
Braxon?
sure we have people on the weapons.
One weapon, I think.
Braxon,
Wait,
do you want to play to pass
Wait,
that on to
our
the
ship doesn't have weapons?
You've already decided on the message that you're sending.
Mhm.
So
You'd
I
have
do have two. I do have two sendings.
yeah,
Yeah, it's another 10 minutes. I suggest you save the other sending for if we somehow bungle the capture attempt and have to meet up with the other ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we might miss. They might get away. Did you get a message back from our ship? Or still deciding what 25 words to send you?
Well, so she actually has 3 more minutes before actually sending that. Because she's
Oh,
still,
sorry.
okay.
she's still casting.
Oh, so she could add more to the message, but I don't know if there's any words.
You'd have to go count out the number of words that you're already using and then do that. So unless you remember exactly what you were saying before.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I don't think it changed anything. Hot pursuit implies they're taking off, we're taking off.
I mean, the response back will be basically an acknowledgement message.
Yeah.
Hey, any of you casters got any armor spells for pull after? Because if I get back to the battle, I'm going to have to put on my chainmail. I'm just asking if you do or if you don't.
No.
Alright.
No, it didn't have the armor. It had shield spell in the ring that Finn has.
I mean, shield gives an armor class.
Yeah, but
It's if you happen to have something. If not, I've other means. I'm just checking. Also,
But it is a shorter duration.
yeah.
If Lafdul's anywhere near Braxon, Braxon says without looking at him, I'm a bit busy
invisible.
now.
So.
Lafdul's on the helm.
Invisibly on the
Of
helm.
course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Hey, it means that if we end up getting ambushed in our helm again, Lafdul probably won't get stabbed easily.
Oh, it means I've got an armor class of 6 rather than 10.
That's the sort. One of you lot see if Lafdul needs anything. Like if he needs magical rings or anything, go fetch them for him.
I'm wearing my. Well, actually, I could swap one of my rings out considering I don't have my spells.
Am I? By the way, am I all armored up by now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to make sure I have my weapons ready.
I mean, it'll actually probably take a few more minutes, but you'll be armored up by the time you get out of the atmosphere. So.
Okay, good.
All right. So, Braxon, you're keeping an eye on the enemy eel ship.
Yeah. Still trying not to lose it.
Leva's got her sending off. She's gotten her response, acknowledgement response, and
Is there any? Does it look like it's flying towards any clouds or anything?
there actually are not clouds on New Atari very often.
That is very lucky.
The world itself is pretty humid.
Yeah.
And it looks it like you'd kind of realize that that's where a lot of the plant moisture comes from is just humidity as opposed to rain.
Yeah.
There are a few clouds, but basically clouds only form when they're going to create a rainstorm. Like there aren't just clouds that are floating around kind of thing.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Lafdul.
Mm-hmm.
If you need protective spell, come to me at the start of combat. I have the wand that I can
I'm
use
on the
to
helm.
give you.
He's on the
Yeah,
helm. You need
I
to go
can-
to him.
yeah. Well, I go and tell him that come to me when the combat
No,
starts. and
what-
I,
Like he'd have
He's
to get
on-
off the
He
helm.
can't.
yeah,
You would
Your
have to
ship
go to
will-
him.
yeah, I go to him, but once the combat starts
You
on
can
the ship,
stay with him.
He's got
And
to
as-
stay on the helm. If he gets off the helm, the ship. Our ship.
I did not mean now. I meant when boarding action is happening.
He'll
you
still
would
stay on the helm.
And you would
He'll
still
be
want to
s-
be. You would at least want to start the situation with him so that you could put that on him. Is what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then move from there.
Out of curiosity, there's no have spells memorized so you can actually fight. Wow. Imagine
So
yourself.
he would have been on the helm warming it up
Oh, alright, so you would have lost.
beforehand. So he has no spells. Like he would have been expecting to pilot it off, and then you got on and you came back and you're like, "I'll take the helm," kind of thing.
Here's okay.
All right, so you're ascending through the atmosphere, following them. Braxon, give me another intelligence check, please.
at least it's intelligence.
At first.
All right, still able to
Yeah.
keep an eye on them. Are you
Yeah.
just keeping an eye on them, or are you doing anything else?
No, Braxon doesn't want to lose them.
Okay.
He's trying not at all costs not to lose them. So
You could ask other people to keep a lookout elsewhere while you're looking on that.
No one else has a spyglass, though.
no one else has a spyglass.
No,
So
it's
this is
just,
when
because the spyglass is prohibitively
Around.
expensive at times.
they're
Yeah.
incredibly useful though.
No,
It's
when we
only
came up with this
1,000.
plan, yeah. Well, we need to get another spyglass at some point. But Braxton was thinking, this thing's going to be a long way away from us. He's even. I won't say he's not blinking, but
Trying hard not to.
He's trying not hard not to blink too much, and to blink quickly and that sort of thing, and not to lose his place. And
Can you
anyone he's talking to, he's literally not looking at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get a spyglass on like an arbalist? Not an arbalist. What was the arquebus? An arquebus, a long rifle.
Not really.
You can't make.
No, you can't
Not-
make a
not-
sniper arquebus.
Not to use it for that purpose, literally to have it as a scope so you can look far away. But the gun would still be operated as if it didn't have one. It's just mounted on it.
No, you don't understand. When you fire the arquebus, you would destroy the spyglass
All right. Then never
from
mind.
the vibration.
Or even if the spyglass would survive, it would still be making
don't-
it. It would still make it
The
more
residue would smoke up the lens. Anyway.
unusable.
I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest we don't need all to tell us this now, because we're trying to chase someone. And if we don't catch them up quick enough, we're going to run into the break.
So,
Run into the break before a combat starts anyway, so if it does.
So, Braxon, you are keeping an eye on them. You can
Yeah.
just barely make out the the shape of the ship. It's a bit more than
Yeah.
just a speck.
Yeah.
So you can get a feel for their heading,
And they're still on the same heading.
and not anymore. They have turned.
So Braxton's calling out someone to relay to Lafdul.
Give me another
Changing
intelligence check, please.
another intelligence check. Right. Not a wisdom. That's lucky. I nearly rolled a d29, which would be good.
All right, you're pretty sure that this heading change is in reaction to something.
Okay.
So they've probably noticed us.
They've changed heading. They may have seen our ship.
Oh, the
I
battle
can't look for the battle dolphin because I'll lose them. He'll call out the approximate heading that he thinks they've got. Can Lafdul turn slightly
I will adjust.
to
I
try
will...
to cut the distance?
It sounds silly, but how bright is the continual light still on our ship if it's being observed from far away? Could the battle dolphin notice? Would it be easier to notice our ship?
Yeah, but it would also be easier for the ship
Yeah,
that
but
you're
it
pursuing.
does. They're well.
Braxon can't tell whether they've noticed you or not. He can just tell that, like, because he's been on ships enough, he can recognize a reactive turn as opposed to a proactive turn, a decision to make a turn that you've planned, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, Braxon,
This is good.
you've got your eye
Yes.
on this ship, and
Yeah.
you've relayed the turn. Your ship has turned. The Dolphin shuttle has turned to, try to cut the distance and
Yeah.
keep on a direct line to them. All of a sudden, the eel ship vanishes.
Oh, I've
Someone's
lost
got
them.
mass invisibility or some kind of illusion.
I've lost them. Keep after them.
Wow. We're gonna have to go on a thing and track them with a ship.
At least we still have that statuette.
Yeah.
So there was no jostle. There was nothing like that. You did not move from the spot, Braxon.
Yeah.
It just vanished.
Braxton's going to carry on looking, in case they've gone behind something or they've created some effect like a cloud of smoke or something, and he's gonna try to predict where they were going.
Funny had spellcraft.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to continue on the same trajectory, get it up into orbit.
Yeah, we're gonna try doing an incept course based on where we think they were going.
Okay. One of your crew members calls out, "Ship to the port!
Is it our ship?
It's the Blade!"
Hmm.
Yeah, they've spotted your dolphin.
Right. Is Lever finished sending a message?
She finished that a while ago. They responded.
Otherwise, they won't.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been here otherwise.
Okay. Well, I think that makes her the ship's spellmaster at the moment. Braxon would want to ask her if she's got any advice for seeing a ship that's turned invisible.
Does she know anything?
That's going to be up to you if you have any advice.
Hmm.
Do you want to
Maybe
use?
they can't.
Do you want to use the spyglass in case they've done something that you can see that I can't?
Yes.
So Braxon points at where he thinks the ship was and gives the spyglass to Lever, trying to keep it in that sort of direction.
Does she see anything?
Give me a wisdom check.
She probably doesn't. Braxton doesn't know she hasn't got magic eyesight.
What magic eyesight?
Whoa, you're a wizard. Braxton doesn't know exactly how wizards
You're a
work.
wizard, Lever.
He thinks she's got rays that come out of her eyes that make his clothes disappear.
What does your wizard eye see, Leva?
So, Leva, what is your wisdom?
It's 14. 14.
Okay. You're pretty sure you were on the correct trajectory. So you don't see anything. You're not seeing any telltale signs of like fog or smoke or something like that that would have obscured it. So you don't think that there's some sort of external cause for their disappearance.
So they
She
did
passes
something.
that on. She passes that on to Braxon. Is there a way of making things disappear this big?
How
Well,
big
actually,
those?
we changed the shape, the look of our ship with illusions, so there's nothing that keeps them from doing the same.
We know they have. Well,
I think
Do we have any dust shot on either of our ships?
that would have to impact in order to reveal.
Yeah.
This has been at least 7 minutes since it vanished at this point.
I think we just mount up with our dolphin. And just
yeah, I think we
track them.
should. I think we should combine with the dolphin and use the tracker now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you bring your
Make it so.
you bring the hilt towards the blade.
Of course,
Yeah.
Mr. Picard.
Okay, that's where we'll take our break. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and see what the party decides to do from there.
Mm-hmm.
What with the vanishing ship and all. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone.
See you on the other side.